Hi folks, I'm down here on the platform level of Grand Central Madison, which is the largest expansion of Grand Central Terminal since the current iteration of Grand Central opened in 1913, bringing, after half a century of attempts, the Long Island Railroad here to East Midtown. So my understanding is we're over 140 feet below street level here. I read somewhere to the equivalent of like 17 stories. So we're going to see how long it takes us to get from this platform where the train would drop you off to the main concourse of the original terminal. So let's go.
Baby strollers, push carts,
and I'm going to kind of walk at the pace an average commuter would, so we can really kind of figure out the average time.
Please do not sit on the steps or the handrail. Please watch your step getting on and off.
So first, when you come up these escalators from the actual platform, you come onto this mezzanine, but this is only one of kind of several mezzanines. There's lots of actually really nice artwork and stuff in here, as you can see. We've got these really long escalators. So we're gonna head up. Look at this. Today, when I'm filming this, by the way, is only the second day of service. Currently, the Long Island Railroad service here is operating strictly as a shuttle service between Grand Central and the Jamaica hub in Queens. It'll operate like that for a few weeks, and then sometime in early February, full Long Island Railroad service will commence here from Grand Central. One reason that it is so empty right now, and again, it's the first day, people are still rethinking their commutes. Obviously, a lot of people are still working from home, but also, again, full service has not yet commenced. Now, part of the debate is if you were to take where the Long Island Railroad previously would have solely taken you to Manhattan to Penn Station on the west side, it's about, at an average person's pace, probably about a 20-minute walk to get over here to East Midtown around Grand Central Terminal. This is obviously supposed to save East Midtown workers or residents a lot of that time. The question is, once you factor in all of this, how much time is it actually saving? We will see. I want to point out here, there's obviously, these have not opened yet. I don't think anybody's even tried to lease them, but these will be retail or food spaces down here, just like in the main terminal. Okay, so we've come up, and I'm going to take you back to see what those escalators were we just came up. So we just came up from the platform level, the second set of escalators, these absolutely cavernous ones. And now we're going to walk down this very long corridor. Now, I should add, where you board your Long Island Railroad train at your initial stop or town will determine how long your kind of trip up to the top is. Where we started was basically about under 48th Street, whereas the main terminal, of course, is about under 42nd, 43rd Street. So you can see all this signage here. If you wanted to just go directly out to 47th Street, there are elevators and stairs that will allow you to do that. We're going to continue on. But if you work closer to 47th, 48th Street, these would probably be pretty decent ways to get there. new electric maps showing the various branches of the Long Island Railroad. You can see here where they have the new Grand Central.
Oriented, that's all. I was like,
more artwork. One thing the MTA does very good in this century is kind of really fun artwork and mosaics when stations get refurbished or new stations are built. The 2nd Avenue subway stations on the Upper East Side have some really beautiful artwork. More unused retail space that hopefully will open soon. Now you can see we've got signage saying if you're going to 44th, 42nd Street, the Main Concourse, trying to transfer to the subway or Metro North, we're going to continue on this corridor. There's a little lilac chocolate kiosk here. It's the first open kind of retail space down here. But again, it's only the 2nd day, and it's also winter, which is always a slow time in New York. I'm looking at the timer on my phone as I'm filming this, by the way. We're at 6.5 minutes so far since I started filming. More escalators down to that other mezzanine level where we were before.
Time is 12:59. Please enter the closed doors. All aboard track 303. All aboard track 303.
How many of you are getting exhausted just watching this video? There are bathrooms down here. It is worth noting because obviously the bathrooms in Grand Central generally are few and far between and not that great. So these are new. They're probably less disgusting than the other bathrooms in Grand Central. So if you really got to go, might be worth the extra schlep to come down here. Coming up here, we've got elevators that will take you up toward the main level, but we're going to continue to escalators. But there are elevators over there. And I'm walking here at a regular commuter's pace, so looking at my clock here, I'm really curious if we're going to pass the 10-minute mark before I make it to the main concourse of the original terminal. I'm thinking so far the answer is yes.
sure, nobody comes after me.
Much like myself, the majority of people I've seen down here today don't seem to be Long Island Railroad commuters, but mostly people like myself who are just curious about something that's new in New York. These are these doors separating this main terminal from the escalators that were hastily assembled in the last week because of an airflow issue. All right, going through the doors. We're now past 9 minutes. We're coming up this next set of escalators. And as we arrive at the top of these escalators, we are now arriving into Grand Central Terminal as you know it. This is the Metro North lower level where the dining concourse is. There's Luke's Lobsters. All right, so off we go. Heading up these stairs here. There are escalators down here on the dining concourse, but I'm taking the nearest steps. we just passed the 10-minute mark, but I wasn't walking when I started filming. And here we are in the gorgeous Main Concourse of Grand Central Terminal. So it is about 10 minutes exactly since I started filming. So once you step foot off the train to once you get here in the Main Concourse, it's gonna be about a 10-minute walk, mostly down long corridors and up some escalators. Then obviously you would head to the street this way if you're going to your office. Maybe you work in the Chrysler building, lucky you. Coming up here through Vanderbilt Hall.
Better shooting.
Oh man.
City Winery here on my right. Today's the last day of the JP Morgan Tournament of Champions for squash. The finals will be played this evening. Then out through the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis foyer. And we've arrived to 42nd Street just about 11 minutes after we would have left the train. So thank you guys for joining me on this journey. Hope you get a chance to explore this on your own soon. Take care. All right, guys, so I discovered there is a pretty quick way to transfer between the Metro North and the Long Island Railroad here at the expanded Grand Central. So I was just on platform 36 up there of Metro North. Come down these stairs at the far end, and you come into this corridor. So that was track 36. If you keep walking in this direction, you got track 35 and so on, and all the way down there to the other kind of main level tracks, Metro North. But then you can come over here. You can see there's signs for Long Island Railroad. I'm gonna head down these stairs. And now I'm here at the central platform for Grand Central Madison. As you can see, there's the ticket windows for Long Island Railroad there. And you can see signage going up to Metro North tracks 11 through 42 there, which is where we came from. Here down this long corridor. And then just right over here, you have the escalators down to the Long Island Railroad platforms. So if you are transferring between Metro North and Long Island Railroad or vice versa, you do not have to go all the way up to the Main Concourse and then back. You can simply use these kind of direct exits. These are best accessible, you can see here, from the part of Grand Central Madison that is closest to 47th Street. Hope this helps. Final video is the most direct way to get down there from the subway. So you can see I'm over here by the 42nd Street shuttle. These are the turnstiles. So you come to the kind of shuttle level. Above us is the entrance to Summit at 1 Vanderbilt. And then out to 42nd Street. So you come over here and you've got these escalators. Elevator here. Then you kind of turn around this bend. Hey, look at there, Long Island Railroad going your way. and then boom, you're down at the kind of central concourse for Grand Central Madison.